Hello everyone, my name is Pavel, and now we will talk about the way how you can work with time. Imagine that the boss comes to you and tells you to build a report on how many days each visitor spends at the website. He wants to know who spent 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, and so on. How do you do this? First of all, you need to take the time column and translate it into Spark SQL internal format. Let's look at it. Oh, the task seems difficult. If you parse this date by yourselves, you will spend a lot of time waiting for nothing. Thanks God there is a wonderful Spark SQL where everything is already done for you. And there are functions that allow you to work with time. Therefore, in this video, you will figure out how time is stored in the Spark, how to parse the time columns property, and learn how to work with time to solve our tasks. In fact, computers store time not in days, months, and years format. The time inside a computer is stored as a value, the number of seconds since 1917. This format is called Unix time. The Unix timestamp function not only allows you to get the current time, it also allows you to turn any line with a date into Unix time. But if you apply the Unix timestamp to the current line, you get an empty value. You need to explain how this line is arranged. Where is the day, month, and year are. This is done by using the string format. You are writing a neat template for the date, the time, and the time zone. Voila! You have done it. You have received the timestamp. You can turn a timestamp into everything you need. Save the data frame with a new field to a new variable. Let's return to our task and find the time difference between the first and the last page view for each visitor. To begin, you need to find the time when visitors came for the first and the last time. Calculating the minimum and the maximum click time will help you. Let us find the difference in time of the first and the last browsing of the pages. As a result, you get the total time spent on the site. We call it seconds CNT. According to the calculations, someone spent 100,000 seconds on the site, someone 20 seconds, and someone 0, because he opened the page of your site only once. To convert seconds into dates, divide the result by 60, 60, and 24. You also need to add 1, since the person who made 1 click was on the site 1 day, not 0. And this result will bring to the boss, but an attentive manager will ask you a question. Guys, let's say a visitor came to your site last night and this morning. Your calculations say that user spent 1 day on site, but this is not true. He or she was on the site for 2 days, yesterday and today. You have an error in the calculations. Go and fix it. To calculate our value correctly, you can use the Spark SQL time functions. For example, DataDiff will tell you how many days have passed between the first value and the second. This function works with a timestamp and doesn't work with seconds. Let's turn Unix time into a timestamp by a simple time conversion and save it into a new variable. Find the beginning and the end of user's history like you made it before, and then apply the function DataDiff to them. You will get the correct numbers of days between 2 elements. And add 1 to take into account the first day of the visit. Now your task is finally solved correctly. So, at this lesson you have got acquainted with Unix time, have learned how to parse lines in time, have learned how to manipulate time to solve problems. In the next video, you will learn how to use window function to solve one of the most important log analysis problems. Stay with us.